I'm sitting here in my room having a cup of tea, and then I grabbed my phone to film this really quick because I thought it was really important. Since we're talking about the red flags and green flags in relationships and what to do in our 40s and dating moving forward, this tea moment reminded me that intimacy grows best when we are able to regulate and not rush. And it's such a gift in midlife. And I'm 56. I tell you guys this now, but I did not learn this until I was 32. And I learned the concept of regulation and being able to regulate yourself first with my autistic son. But it was also when I learned that was in context of behavior modification for a special needs child. I didn't know that seriously. I did not know that you could actually apply that to yourself as, a typical human being having a conversation or an interaction or a moment with another person. And I will tell you, when I first was able to switch that and learn that for myself, first of all, regulation. What does it mean to regulate yourself? It means a person's ability to manage or control their emotions and their behavior. That's what it means. And I so distinctly remember 32 years old being with my late husband. As so many of you here know, I was married before to my late husband who passed away from cancer when I was 38 years old. And we were together for 9 years. And when I was 32 years old, I was having a Puerto Rican moment, as you hear me say so often here on Feminine Spaces. And to me, what a Puerto Rican moment means is a moment of dysregulation. Like I just go completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm screaming and yelling. It is not a good thing because I am not able to regulate or control my emotions. Now, I say it in jest now because, of course, I have learned how to regulate and learn how to control my emotions and my behaviors and act accordingly, which is the difference between being able to like pop off on your triggers. And it's the difference between being able to respond calmly or react. So Puerto Rican moment to me is when I just go off the cuff and I react. And that means that my emotions are controlling my behavior instead of being an adult and allowing my behavior to control my emotions, because that's what happens when we can regulate ourselves. And up until I was 32, when I learned, let me put this down. And my late husband, I was having a Puerto Rican moment. Like I was crying, snot coming out of my nose, super gesticular. It was a moment because I wanted to prove my point. And because I'm a fixer and I'm a people pleaser by nature, is something that I'm adamantly, that I work on every single day, right? I've gotten so much better than I used to be. So my nature was to kind of fix it and prove to you that yes, I'm okay and I can work on this and I'm right in this, trying to get my way around it instead of just being direct as my person is and just tell you how it is. And I remember my late husband, when I was 32 years old, said to me, Vanessa Lee, I'm not doing this with you anymore. The way that you engage with me is completely disrespectful. It's disrespectful to our relationship. It is a breakdown in how we communicate effectively with each other. And actually, it breaks down how much I'm able to come to you and trust you whenever there's a miscommunication. And at the end of the day, any argument or miscommunication in your relationships really is just a miscommunication. And he said to me, it is you and I because we're a team. And whatever this challenge is in front of us is just that. It's just a challenge. So you and I aren't able to see something aligned. It's how do we get together on the same page and then work to solve the problem? And he goes, so if you need 10 minutes or 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, seriously, to go calm yourself down, stop crying, splash some water on your face, gather your thoughts together, so we can come back and finish this conversation respectfully and lovingly, then you take that. Girl, I was shocked. I didn't even know you could do that. I never learned that. Which now, as I'm sitting here at 56, reminiscing, or not reminiscing, but looking over at how much I've learned about regulating myself. And as a woman in this era in my life, to know that I can communicate effectively, that I can ensure that my partner and I have we create a safe place to be able to communicate effectively and clearly and concisely. And sometimes I do need to step away. I'm not lying, because I'm still Spanish. I still need to step away and gather my thoughts and get my emotions together, because I'm a woman, so I tend to cry, and then my logic kicks back in and I'm super analytical, so then I can look at things clearly, but I got to get the emotions out. So when I was 33 and went to therapy and understood how to learn how to regulate myself, I learned how to build my own ability to speak clearly and concisely, to express my needs, my wants and desires, and to state a boundary. And I have to tell you that has evolutionized the way that I show up in all of my relationships, because I am fully authentic, fully present, and I'm fully here in my relationships with my spouse, with my friends, with my children, solving the challenge and moving forward. And that is something that I learned when I was 32. So I was sitting here having a cup of tea, just reminding me that intimacy grows best when we are regulated. Because just by being able to regulate my emotions and not popping off, right? Not reacting, I can just be calm and respond. It increases intimacy in your relationships, because both of you can trust each other to focus and remember that you're a team. It's just a miscommunication. And how do we work together to address this challenge and move forward? So it's my tea moment with you, because it came to me and I'm sharing it with you. Feminine Spaces. Pussily Puss.